These pending topics we'll see very soon, but now we'll proceed with the GL, General Ledger application. When you talk about basic setups in General Ledger application, these are the setups. So we completed already these setups, right? The beginning of our course, we just created primary ledger and relevant configuration we done. That setups are required for GL to start. Okay, these setups we completed. Hope you can remember. Creating accounting calendar, enabling currency, or just we gone through that. Value sets, chart of account instance, primary ledger, setting up ledger options, creating legal entity, completing primary ledger definition, assigning the GL roles, opening the GL periods. These setups already completed. We have many topics in the GL. Based on the topic, we have to do the additional configuration and we'll go through. So when it comes to transaction part within the GL, the first one is understanding the role-based dashboards. We'll see that. Once we start working on the GL, the different concepts we will come across with the dashboards and all. We'll go through. Creating journal and posting. Yes, we have seen how to create journal and post. Now we'll see how to create the journal through FBDI, or call it as ADFdi. Payables, we created invoice. In receivables, we created receipts. In fixed assets, we created asset through ADFdi. The same way, we have the same ADFdi functionality for journal creation also. Let's see how to create the journal through ADFdi. So go to General Accounting. General Accounting, Journals. Task list. Here we can find one task called as create journal and spreadsheet. Okay. Create journal and spreadsheet. Click on this task. Say save file. Now you can find the same here in the downloads. Open this file. Say yes. Provide login credentials. Max. Just keep version related check. Done. So provide information here, the same you can import into application. You can give the journal name. Say some expense. And description is not mandatory. Select our primary ledger. MX USA primary ledger. Accounting date. You can provide today accounting date. So is converting into actual format.
Good morning, Mr. Lakshman. I have a basic doubt. So far, we have been posting into the journals, right? So far, we never talked about the creating journals and posting the journals. What about those journals? Those come by default or what?
Sorry?
No, so far we have been posting the entries into the generals, right?
Posting, we are creating the journals based on the subledger transactions. Yes. What is your question?
So, I mean, are you creating exclusively generals and posting,
Now
or
we are going to
by
do that.
default?
We are doing that. We are
No,
creating
no.
journal in spreadsheet.
No, so right now we are creating the generals, but so far we have been posting into the generals, right? Entries.
Posting into journal,
What about those generals?
not posting into journals. We are transferring the accounting information to GL in the form of journal.
Correct.
Posting to general ledger application from payables, receivables, assets.
How those generals are different from this?
Okay. See, those we are not creating through manual process. If you create invoice in the payables and if you perform the accounting, that information will be converted into journal and it will come to GL. Now what we are creating, that directly we are creating a journal. We are not creating invoice to create accounting entries and transfer to GL. See,
What is the advantage of creating these generals?
okay. Ideally, you no need to create the journals in the GL. Journals information should come from the subledger applications based on the subledger transactions. If you want to pass some adjustment entries, you may create directly in the GL. Okay. To pass some adjustment entries, you may use this. Otherwise, ideally, you no need to create the journal in the GL. You have a different functionalities in the GL, so those you can use. So these are the different functionalities we have in the GL. Okay. Since they given the options, we are going through those different like concepts like journal creation, how it is possible if you want to create, that we are discussing. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So reality, you no need to create the journals. Say you purchase something, you sold something, where you have to create, we know that, right? All the real business transactions we create in the subledger applications. Whenever you perform the accounting entries, that information will be converted into journal and that will come to GL for reporting purpose. That's all. Okay. If you want to create through
So this
process, these are the options
this
available. Yeah, these options are
so this
please.
hello sir, this ADFdi is I think looking similar to Learn Journal Wizard in EBS, right?
What you said in EBS?
In EBS, it is a launch journal wizard. That form is there. This
Yeah,
ADFdi
yeah.
is exactly
Same.
looking
We
the same.
call as a WebADI in EBS. In EBS, we call as WebADI. Yes, there is one function called as launch journal wizard. The same.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Now we can provide the here. We given the accounting date. So it is taking source as a spreadsheet and categories adjustment it is taking by default. Here you can provide the accounting code combination. So double click. So you may pick some expense account to fill this. You can pick any one of the expense account. select currency, say $10,000. So that's all, no other details are required. Enter one more line, double click, search, okay, directly you can search with the cash. You can pick any one of the cash account. Say okay. Okay. The USD. So this you can enter as a credit amount, $10,000. Here go to create journals and say submit. Say submit. Here you have a radio option. Submit journal import and posting. Okay. It will import the journal information from the spreadsheet to GL application, and the same journal will be posted. The posting process also system will trigger. So very generally, like when we use sub-ledger applications, you no need to create the journals. If you have only general ledger application, and if you are integrated some third-party application with the GL, and with some reasons, some transactions you want to post in the GL, you can use this journals functionality. That could be manual journal creation directly within the GL, or else it could be this spreadsheet process. You can create, you can close now. We can go and find the journal and the GL which we imported from this spreadsheet. So go to task list, manage journals, select, I think somebody opened till March in this primary ledger. Select source as a spreadsheet. Now we created this journal from the spreadsheet, right? Say search. Okay, this is journal we created. The source is spreadsheet. Yes, we entered $10,000. We given the name as expense. It added adjustment category also. Okay. What are the categories applicable for this journal, that also included within the journal creation name when it got posted. So this is how you can create the journal from spreadsheet. If you want to create the journal directly in the GL, that already we have seen, you can go to task list, you can say create journal, just click on create, and here you can give the batch name, say ABC. It's not mandatory. The journal batch name, journal names are not required. If you don't provide anything, it will take some default name automatically. Let's give the name XYZ. some expense batch and all you may enter. Now enter debit and credit lines. Okay. Earlier we given category as a default category, that is adjustment. Now here you can select debit and credit code combination. Anyway, we are testing. Simply you can click on search. It will display all existing code combinations. You can pick any one of the code combination and say okay. Okay, you no need to select exact accounts and all. Just you can pick any one of the code combination to understand how to create the journal lines. So we enter debit line. Again, click on search. Click on search. Select any one of the account code combination. Say 5,000. Here you say save. Okay, within this batch, if you want to create one more journal, you can click on create. Say complete. Submit for posting. Okay. Refresh. Just click on this refresh. Here you could see the status as a posted. So this is how you can create the journal through manual process or through ADFdi. Both are manual process only. One we are creating directly within the application. Other option is creating journal in the spreadsheet and importing into GL. And even you can create journals through FBDI template also. Okay, by using FBDI template you can create the journals, those you can import into GL. So when you talk about ADFdi, you can use ADFdi maybe to create one or two journals, maybe some adjustments. But loading journals from FBDI template, basically this you can use at the time of implementation. Okay, when you are loading the balances from other system to Oracle Fusion applications, so those summary of the balances you can keep in the journal and you can load into GL. So you will make sure that everything get reconciled, whatever the data you are getting from the third party applications to Fusion applications. So any data you want to load through this FBDI process, just you can fill the data within that. It may be multiple records or single record. So you can place the data. You can give this template to business users and they'll be providing the payables balances, receivables balances, other balances, all they'll fill within this that you can load into GL application. And other side anyway, we'll just load the invoices in the payables, transactions in the receivables, and we'll make sure that the GL balances are matching with subledger application balances. So for that purpose, you can use this FBDI template. If you want to load some journals information at the time of implementation with a reference of third-party applications, you can use this template. So you can just, we know the process, right? We can go and download the template. You can use the same URL, whatever we used earlier. Like this.
When we upload transactions using FBDI, it goes into interface tables, right? And then if we do it through ADFi, does it go directly into Oracle?
See here.
Table?
No. So this is not through interface. That directly it will be loaded into respect to tables. When we talk about FBDI, it will be interfaced into, the system will interface to GL interface tables. From there we'll import. This is not through interface.
Yeah,
okay, on the fly it will import. It is similar to API concept. Okay, without interface concept, the data can be loaded when we talk about ADFDI functionality. But when we talk about FBDI process, data would be populated in the interface tables. From there, we'll import into base tables. Okay,
Sounds
in
good.
this template, see why they given like that. Here, whatever we are entering through ADFdi, that we are fetching from the application, right? We are taking the accounting code combination and other details from application only. There is no chance you can enter some different data which need to be validated. Only from
Right.
application you are taking, you don't need to validate. But when you talk about FBDI template, this is offline sheet. We are not going to select any data into FBDI template which is already available within the application. We enter whatever the data we want to load. Finally, we'll import into application. Then definitely validation should be done. That is the reason it should come to interface. Interface level validations will take place once you try to import into base tables. Again, in the application level, whatever the data is available, what you are trying to import, the values are available or not, everything system will verify. Okay.
All right.
So this is without interface.
In AD,
We will load. This is through interface. Yeah, please.
in ADFDI, should we necessarily select the account from the share from the application?
Yeah, then how to create the journal accounts are required, right? If you don't select, it will fail. You cannot load anything. When you try to,
No, can we cut and paste? Can we paste from the Excel sheet?
can we?
Copy and paste from an Excel sheet?
You can do that. You can do that whenever you can copy and paste. When you try to create the journal, it will validate. If the account is available within the instance, it will accept. Otherwise, it will fail the loading process.
Okay, but it will not go through interface.
No. It won't go through interface. So direct. See, you are creating, just now we created journal in the journal creation form, right?
Yes.
Do you think that will go?
You are selecting.
No. 1 second.
You are selecting the code combination there.
Yeah, I'm selecting the code combination. Here also I selected code combination. See here. Create journals directly in the GL. We created journal. There also we are selecting code combination. And we created journal through ADFDI. There also we selected code combination. The difference is the first one we created in the spreadsheet, which is tightly connected with instance. The second one is we created in the page, which is a part of application only. Okay. So both are different channels to just connect to the data to prepare the journals. That's all. Okay. Those are not through interfaces. Those are directly connected with the journal creation tables. That's all. Okay. Only FBDI
Here also,
we can execute through interface. We'll go and see.
yeah,
Like FBDI,
like
sir,
EBS,
usually in EBS, we are doing through the technical, right, and interface mostly.
Sorry?
So now that functionality they have given FBDI, mostly we are doing through the technical.
Yeah.
Right?
FBDI
Technical.
like technical. That's what we discussed, right? In payables, receivables, also same concept. So loading suppliers, loading customers,
Yeah.
loading
Yes.
open transactions. It could be this journals also. Everything should be done by technical people only in case of EBS. They create
But Fusion they give
staging
this
tables.
functionality.
They write a lot of programming. They do the validations, right? By running the scripts only they can execute. But in the Fusion, they made it as a functional. They are giving the templates. You can put the data in the template, convert data files, place that files in the interface, import. This is how they simplified. In case of EBS, this complete FBDA process is technical. That should be done by technical people. As a functional consultant, we create templates and we'll give to the business. We collect the data, then we'll share to the technical team. From there, they will run the show. Yep. But in case of Fusion, we are able to execute it without any technical support. That is the difference. Okay, let's download the template to proceed with this. Okay. So you can go to cloud applications. Select financials. Say all books. Okay, here we have file-based data import for financials. Even you can search with the term. Okay, file-based data import for financial, you can search in the Google. You'll be able to land on this page. Just click on HTML hyperlink. So we want to import journals template. Here you can see journals import. Click on this journals import and download the template. Right click, say save link as. So you can save this template into the same folder. Amex FBDI supply template. Save it. And data will be imported into GL through this interface. Interface name is GL interface. There is interface name as well as table name also. Okay, this is interface name and table name. Here this is job we have to use, import journals. We know the process. Okay, whatever applicable for payables, receivables, the same process we have to follow for this journal also. Go to the template. First we have to prepare and we have to generate the file. We have to populate the data interface tables. If you want to place the file in the UCM, yes, we can do that. Then finally we can import into base tables, right? The same process. So here is our template. Journal import template. Double click. So there is a lot of sample data. We can remove that. Okay, we can keep two records for our testing purpose. One as a debit, other one as a credit. Okay. So this is see the sample data you can refer. Whenever you deal with FBDI templates, you can refer the sample data. The different account code combination balances they loaded into GL. This is how you can see. Okay, what are the transactions they are dealing? What are the balances they want to maintain from previous system? Those balances they loaded the sample data they are providing here. Now let's remove all the records except two. One as a debit, other one as credit. Rest all we don't require. So remove the sample data from the sheet. Remove. Done. So ledger ID. Okay, we don't have a column to provide the ledger name. We have to provide the ID only. How to find the ID for our ledger? We'll go and see that. Go to manage ledger, manage primary ledger task, setup and maintenance. Go to task list. You can go to search page. Say primary ledger. Okay, manage primary ledgers. Here you can search for our primary ledger. Our primary ledger name is Amex. Search. And here you could see limited columns. Primary ledger, the name field, and description, chart of accounts, accounting calendar, etc. There are few more columns which are not displaying here. You can just display those here. View, columns, show all. What are the other columns system is not displaying by default? Accounting method and ledger ID. Okay, now say show all. Now you can see our ledger ID. So this is our ledger ID. Okay. So this is our ledger ID. So this ID you have to provide in this sheet. Fine. And provide date. You can provide the today's date. 11th John 2022. The journal source, yes, you can keep as a balance transfer, or else you can give some other name from which system you are bringing. In that case, you can create the name in our GL application. Okay. The balance journal source is balance transfers, journal category is remote transfer. You can keep as this and select currency USD. And journal creation date also you can take the same. Here you can provide the account code combination. The actual flag A means actual journals. Okay. These are not budget related journals, actual journals. Here you can provide account code combination. So the account code combination will take the reference from any one of the existing journal. Okay, we'll take this reference. So company is 1000, department is 1000, account 53510. Okay, 53510. 53510 is the account. And rest of segments you can provide the default values 0000 for 4 segments. 0000. Done. Scroll little right. So enter debit amounts. Yes, let's take this line as a debit line only. We given the expense account. Say $25,000. Is not related to any converted balances, etc. Remove the sample data which is available for this line. Verify all the columns because this is sample record. Verify all the columns. Okay, done. Now one more row we have to create. The same ledger ID, right? Copy paste. The date is same. Copy and paste. And currency is USD. The journal entry creation date, journal creation date also you can copy and paste. Account code combination. Company 1000, department 1000, account. You can provide cash account. It is a cash account. So 11010. Okay, 11010 0000. Okay, fine. Now we'll proceed. So we given the account code combination for the cash account also. So enter amount. So this is not debit. Remove that amount, whatever available. Enter credit amount. Same $25,000. You can enter. Remove other data. Verify the columns. Yeah, done. Fine. Now we can generate the CSV file. Say generate CSV file, and let's take it to the same folder. Okay, this is the folder. Amex. Save it. CSV file. Say OK. Now go to the same folder. So just this is a zip file system created. GL interface zip file. Within this you can find the CSV file. Now this we have to load. Process wise same. First we have to run the load interface file for import. Right. And there we have to select the job called as import journals. We'll see that. Go to scheduled processes. Tools, scheduled processes. Say schedule new process. The job name is load interface file for import. Say OK. The job name should be import journals. Okay. Just click on drop down and select job name as a import journals. Just wait for a second. It will list out and you can search and select. Just click on drop down. Search. Process name is import journals. Select and say OK. So we don't have data file within the UCM, right? We have to browse it. Click on upload a new file. Browse it. We have in this folder, select. The file name is GL interface. Select. Say OK. Click on submit. Say OK. Okay, the job is completed now. Now the data would be populated into this interface table. Now we have to import into base tables. You can refresh this same page with the navigation. Click on schedule process. Just submit this job, import journals. Okay. Now source. With what source we have a data here, that source we have to select. Journal source we given balance transfer. That we have to select as a parameter. So balance transfer. The rest system is defaulting. Now just click on submit. Refresh. Okay, done. Now the import journal process also completed. Now we can go and find the journal which is loaded through FBDI template. Go to journals. Manage journals. Source is balance transfer, right? Click on search. So with the $25,000 we created. The category name it is taking as a journal name. The category name is remote transfer. Okay. So that's how it got created. So these are the different, you can post it now. Okay. These are the different options are available to create the journals in GL. One is directly you can create in the GL. Other option is you can use ADFdi functionality or FBDI template also.
Yeah, normally, before posting, there will be approval, of journals,
Yes.
So we will probably see it later in the
Yeah,
session.
you can see the course curriculum I mentioned. Okay, journal approvals also I just listed where it is.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think step 16. Yeah.
16.
Step 16.
Yeah.
Got
You can see that, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Fine. So that's all about how to load the journals through FBDI template. Now we'll see how to create the journals in foreign currency. It's all about setting up the rates and creating the journal other than ledger currency. We have seen in the payables and receivables also, we just define daily rates and we created transactions. Same applicable here. We'll go and see that. So let's set the daily rates. First we'll go and verify if daily rates are available. Then you can create the journal in the foreign currency. So we'll go and check once. Okay. You can go to project or search page to navigate to daily rates, or else go to period close task. From here also navigation is available. Go to task list. Say manage currency rates. Go to manage currency rates task. Go to daily rates. Say we want to create journal in INR, which is a foreign currency for us. Our ledger currency is USD. We want to create the journal in INR. So check whether rate is available with the today date or not. USD to INR. Select today's date. Select rate type as a corporate. Search. Yes, rate is available. Now we can proceed with the foreign currency journal creation. Or you may change this rate how you want to have. Say you want to have as $75, 75 rupees per dollar equal to. You may update and say save and close. Done. Fine. Now let's create foreign currency journal. Go to journals. And go to task list. Say create journal. So select period as a John 22. I'll just name it as a foreign currency journal. Scroll little down. Change currency to foreign currency. You want to create journal in which currency? You have to select. Say you want to create in INR. Type, select. Okay. Now here, what rate type you are going to use? The rate type what we are going to use is the corporate rate. Now system will verify what is a ledger currency and what currency we are selecting. Between these two currencies, rate is available or not, system will verify. It is identified the rate with this date, that is 75. Just now we updated from 70 to 75. Now here you can enter the balances in rupees only. Entered INR. Okay, automatically will convert into dollars. So provide account code combination. You can pick any one of the existing code combination. So I'm entering 50,000 rupees. As per the conversion rate, it will convert into dollars. Converted. Enter credit line also. Search. Select any one of the code combination. Say OK. 50. Done. Now save it. Still, if you want to create the journals within this batch, you can click on add and you can create multiple journals in the same batch. So we don't want to create say complete and submit this for posting.
Shift F5 functionality is not available, sir, in these pages.
No, there the pages were forms, not web pages, right?
Correct.
Yes. Okay, in EBS 11a, most of the functionalities they given with the forms. In EBS R12, few they converted into JSP pages. But still the journal creation and all you could see as a form only. Since these are web pages, that shortcuts are not available.
Okay.
You can see the status as a journal got posted. Done. So that's how you can create the foreign currency journal if you can maintain the daily rates between our ledger currency and foreign other currencies. Now we'll see the reversal. Say we created journal, okay, and we posted, and we identified something wrong in that journal. There is no option once you post the journal to correct. Once journal is posted, you cannot do any modifications. That may be amount or that could be account or some other information related to journal. You cannot do that. So only the option is you have to reverse the journal and you can create the new journal with correct information. Okay, we have to reverse the journal. We can reverse the journals through manual process as well as automatic process also. Later we'll see how to reverse the journals automatically. Auto reversal we'll see later. For now we'll proceed with a manual reversal, how to reverse the journal. So if you want to reverse any journal, the journal should be posted. If journal is posted, if there is any mistake, then only we have to reverse it. Now you can go to any one of the posted journal. Okay. So even you can use this journal also. Any journal you can go to manage journals. And we created one journal directly in the GL. Okay, let's try to reverse that. I think we posted. If it is posted, we can test that. Say manual. The journals what we are creating directly for that system would use the source as a manual. Search for manual source journals. Click on search. Yeah, we created one journal as it's a foreign currency journal only, and we posted. Now just open this journal. Okay, open this journal. Now if you want to reverse this journal here, from this journal actions you can reverse. There is a action called as reverse. You want to reverse this journal. When you reverse the journal, automatically system will create opposite journal to this journal. Okay, opposite journal. We'll discuss on that. So you created one journal with some account, say 1111 account. Forget about other code combination. Amount is 5,000. This is a debit. The credit account you took 2222 5,000. Okay. Debit and credit. Now we identified the account is wrong. Instead of 3333, you took 1111. Now you want to reverse this journal. Okay. You have two options to reverse. What you can do is you can create reversal journal like this. This has a credit, this has a debit. Now 1111 account is debiting here. Your 1111 account is crediting here. This would be nullified, knocked off. 2222 crediting here, 2222 debiting here. This will be cancelled. This is how, because of this opposite journal, the existing journal balances will become 0. If not like that, what you can do is you can create one journal which would be quite opposite to this existing journal. That is, you can keep everything as it is and you can create journal with a negative sign. This is how you can create. That means 1111 account, here it is debiting with 5, here also debiting with 5 but negative, here positive, knocked off, 0. Outcome is 0. The same way 2222, 5000 is crediting, here also 5000 but negative, it will get knocked off. If you want to reverse any existing journal, you may change debits to credits and credits to debits, or else you can keep everything as it is and you can change the sign. By choosing any one of the option, you can create the opposite journal so that existing journal balances will become 0. We'll go and see that. Here, go to show more. Say you want to reverse this journal. You want to reverse this journal. Go to show more. Okay. Go to reversal. Here, you can select reversal method. Whatever the opposite journal you want to create to this, that you want to create by changing the sign or by switching debit to credit or credit to debit, that you can select. And system will create the new journal. Okay, now since we are selecting switch debit to credit, so this is how it will create opposite journal. So debit will go to credit, credit will come to debit. That's how it would be quite opposite journal to the existing journal. When system will create this reversal journal, that need to be created in which period you have to select here. That should be created in journal. You have to specify. Okay, you have to select the reversal method and select reversal period, in which period system has to create the reversal journal. Now here you can save this changes, then go to journal actions. Now you can say reverse function is enabled. Now click on reverse. This journal will be reversed and it will create opposite journal. That journal we call as a reversal journal. Say okay. So just notice in this which account is debiting. We selected random accounts. Some miscellaneous expense account is debiting in this journal. Okay. And what account is crediting? Some different account. Okay. So just notice the miscellaneous expense account is debiting here. Now the new journal what system will create, there you can see the miscellaneous expense account, whether it will debit or credit. Say manage journals. Source you can select as manual. Just click on search. So this is a journal we created. Now system created reversal journal. You can see the name as, okay, reverses foreign currency. Open this. Here you can say miscellaneous expense is credited here. Okay, opposite entry. Now we have to post this journal. Once we post, then only balances will get updated. The first journal balances will become 0 because of this journal. You have to post this reversal journal, whatever system is creating. Just post it, it will be posted. Now if you go to first journal, you can see the information against this. This is a journal, foreign currency journal, which we submitted for reversal. Now go to show more. Here you can see the status of this journal. Reversal status is reversed. This journal is reversed. And against this which journal system created, that also you can see from here itself. Against this journal system created reversal journal. This is a reversal journal link, whatever we have seen just now. So this is how any journal you can reverse, then you can create the journal with the right information. Because of this reversal journal, existing journal balances will become 0, since it is quite opposite journal to that. Maybe with a switch debit credit or change sign reversal method. Method can be anything. The final balance will become 0. So this is all about reversing the journals through manual process. We can reverse the journals automatically based on some criteria. We'll see that going forward. We'll see. We have that concept also to reverse the journals automatically. See that. So that's all about reversal journals or reversing the journals. Fine. Now we'll see the concept called as data access set. So do you remember data access set? Somewhere we used.
To assign roles to the users.
Yes. Any chance we create a data access set? We didn't create any data access set. The moment we create primary ledger, system created data access set with the same name and all, right? That we discussed. So we'll go and see that. What data access set system created, we will go and see that. We created primary ledger with name called as Amex USA primary ledger. By copying Amex USA primary ledger, system created data access set as it is. You can go to search or implementation project. You can search for data access set. So manage data access sets. So search for data access set. So here is a task called as manage data access sets. Click on this task. Okay, we didn't create any data access set. We created our primary ledger. System created data access set against our primary ledger. Let's find the same. Amex search. Okay, Amex USA primary ledger. System created. Click on this name. How system created, we can see. It is taking our ledger name as it is for the data access set name. Access set type it took as a full ledger. Full ledger means as it is, same privileges. So how we created our primary ledger, what we have in that primary ledger with the same information created and it selected chart of accounts, accounting calendar, and same our primary ledger it's selected as a default ledger. And here you can notice Amex USA primary ledger for all values read and write permissions. For all here all values means balance and segment values. For all balance and segment values, full access is required through this data access set. This data access set only we assign to our user. So this is created with system. But as per our requirement, we can create our own data access sets also. Okay. As per our requirement, we can create our own data access set. Say business requirement is this. I think we have 3 companies, 1000, 2000, 3000. Say the business requirement is they want to give the access to one user. Okay, for specific user they want to give the access, like for company 2000 read and write. Okay, read and write. For 1000 read only. Okay. They have one business user. For that user they want to give read and write access for 2000 company. For company 1000 they want to give read only access. That means the user they want to allow to see 1000 related transactions. For 2000 company the user will be able to create as well as existing transactions also the user can see. So this is a business requirement. This sort of requirements we can achieve through data access set. Again, this data access set you can set only for balance and segment values. For a department or account or for other segment values, you cannot set this data access set. This data access set you can implement for balance and segment values only. That is the reason the example also we are taking company values. This is the business requirement. For 1000 read-only access required, that means user should be able to see existing transactions against 1000, and the user is not allowed to create the transactions against the company 1000. But when we talk about 2000, yes, user is allowed to create the transactions. Read and write means user can see as well as user can create the transactions with 2000 company. So if this is a business requirement, this you can achieve by using the data access set. By using the data access set functionality, you can achieve that. So to implement this data access set functionality, what setups we have to do, we'll see. Okay, what setups we have to do, we'll see. First, we have to create the data access set. As by including these privileges, we have to create. Say, create data access set. And this data access set we have to provision to specific users. Some so and so user required access. Let's create that user. Create user. Let's create user as a data access set Amex. And let's assign the roles to that user. So assign GL roles. To those roles, we have to assign the data access set which we are creating. Assign data access set to user roles, then run LDAP job. Okay, run LDAP job, then create journal so that you can understand. So whatever the data access set system created, that is the one it created based on our primary ledger. Now whatever the data access set we are going to create, this we call as custom data access set. Remember, this we call as custom data access set. Let's create custom data access set as per our requirement. Go to manage data access sets. Say create. You can name it as Amex data access set. Now here you can select the access set type. We don't want to give the full permissions to entire ledger, right? Select primary balancing segment values. For each value, we want to give the different privileges. Okay. Primary balancing segment value. Fine. So here select our chart of accounts. We'll see that. What does it mean? Select our chart of account structure instance. Select our accounting calendar. Next. So default ledger selection not required. Okay, we don't have multiple ledgers here, only one. Now click on add. Here you can set these privileges. For 2000 read and write, for 1000 read only. So select our primary ledger. So here it is selecting all values. No. For each value we want to set different privileges. Uncheck. Here select as a single value. Select which value, what sort of privilege. Say 1000. For 1000 I want to give read only access. The user can see the data which is belongs to 1000. The same way single value. So for 2000 also I want to allow to view the data only. 3000 I want to give read and write permissions.
Here, user is the employee user to whom we are giving the privilege.
Anyone, any user. User could be just implementation user which you create from security console, or else user may be employee user. 3000 read and write. See here, for 1000 read only, 2000 read only, 3000 read and write. Okay. So this is how we are setting. For 1000, 2000 read only. With 1000 and 2000, user cannot create any transactions. If any transactions are already created with 1000, 2000, the user can see. But with the 3000, we want to allow the user to create the transactions. Think the user maybe belongs to 3000 balance and segment value. So now you can say save and close. Now create separate user to whom this access is required. Go to security console. Tools. One second. What happened to this? I think by mistake I selected different task. Tools. You just go to navigator. I think that I clicked on this deep links. So click on security console task. Go to users. Say add user account. So we can give the name as data access set MX. So assign at least 1 or 2 roles to this user for our testing purpose. Say general accounting manager. So this one role is enough for us to test. Set password. So save and close. Now to this user role, we have to assign the custom data access set whatever we created. Now go to task called as data access for users. Go to search page. Say data access for users. Manage data access for users. Click on add. The username is data access set DASMX. Select. We assigned only one role to this user. Select the same role. And what we want to assign to this user, data access set. What is the name? MX data access set. That's what we given as a name, right? So this is system created with a full privileges same as a primary ledger, but here we have a different privileges for a different balance and segment values. Select. Say save and close. Now you can submit the LDAP job for role synchronization.
So the custom data access set what we have created, we have attached to the role, right, sir?
No, I didn't get you. What you said?
No, that custom data access set, what we have created, that we have attached to the role.
Exactly.
If any specific role you want to restrict the privileges, then we have to attach there.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
But this role is a seeded role, sir.
It could be seeded or it can be custom, which you created. It can be anything.
If it
will allow
yeah, if
users
it
to
is a
have
seeded,
access to certain functionality. That could be seeded role or custom role. You can assign through that role. So whatever the permissions we given in this data access set, accordingly user can have access. It could be any seeded or
if the same seeded role is to be used by in other ledger, will it have the same data access set?
no. Here we are giving the combination as user role and data access set. Remember that.
Yes. For this user.
Yeah, for this user only we are mapping that, right?
So for different users, we can use the same role with different access sets.
Yeah, by assigning, yes, you can use that. Data access set, same data access set you can use for other users also. Now
yeah, true that. Because it's a combination of three things, right?
Exactly.
Combination of three things.
Yes.
Okay. If anyone changes, so it will change.
Anyone changes not. If you select the data access set, that is applicable for any user and any role. That's all.
see the same data access set, the same role for different users, you can give different functionality, read only or read and write.
See, now
Suppose ABC users
one
are
second,
there,
one
sir.
second, one second. Now the data access set, this is how we created, right?
Yes.
For this, I am giving the name as data access set 1. Okay.
Data access set,
No,
I'm
one
actually
second.
given now.
One.
Same name you can give here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I selected user 1. I selected role 1. I selected data access set 1. Done. Now,
Okay.
I'll select user 2. I will select role 2. Okay. I'll select data access set 1 only. Do you think it will work?
No. Role 1 only will be coming there. Now you are assigning the same role to the second user also.
No. Second user 2, role 2. Role is related to GL only. Data access set is for only general ledger application. Okay.
That is true, sir.
Role.
But the role is
one second. Let
accounting
me ask you
manager.
the question here, please, so that you can understand.
Okay.
I can understand what you understood. That is the reason I am asking this. Otherwise, no. Okay. So role 1 is GL role only. Role 2 also I am saying GL role. Now I selected user 2. I selected role 2, which is belongs to GL. Now I am assigning data access set 1 only to this role 2 for user 2. Do you think data access set will work?
That's what I'm asking.
No. What you are understanding, I am asking you, because we discussed.
No. What I understand. No. What I understood
Okay,
is
then leave it.
the rule is common.
It will work. Okay. If you assign this data access at 1 to any user, any role, if the role is belongs to GL, it will work. Yeah.
Same role also. R1 also it will work.
That's what I am telling. Any role that should belongs to GL role. That may be
Yes, that is true.
or seeded role, doesn't matter. The role should belongs to GL. It will work. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
I have a scenario.
One second.
I have a scenario.
One second. It could be this also. User 1, role 2. Any user, the role should belongs to GL. And if you assign this data access set, it will work. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I want to group the multiple ledger in a single a set. Then I want to assign to the user. So could you please show me how to group the multiple ledger into
you have
set?
to wait. That is a ledger set concept. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Curriculum, you can see that.
Okay, sir.
So here is a concept. Okay, ledger set. Maybe after 2-3 classes,
Okay.
we'll come across. Yeah. Maybe one class. Maybe.
Okay, thank you, sir.
We'll see. Yeah. So retrieve latest LDAP changes. Yes, that is completed. Now just better we can sign out and sign in. The changes will reflect immediately if anything is pending. System will treat as that is separate session. It will establish the new session. It will fetch the all changes immediately. Anyway, now we have to log into that application as a separate user, right? So we created a user called as. So we complete all these setups, right? We created data access, we created a user, we assigned one single GL role to this user. To the same, we assigned our data access set and we submit LDAP job. Now we log into the instance with this new user and we'll create the journal and we'll see, we can understand we are able to create with which balance or segment value because of our data access set. So data access set Now go to journal creation page. Journals. If any journals are available with 1000 and 2000, this user can see. Okay. So manage journals. These all journals what we created with a balance and segment value 1000 only. This user is able to access. Okay. But when if this user wants to create the journals, this user can create the journals with only balance and segment value 3000 only. See here. Click on create. Click on search. With 1000, no. See the name also not coming. Since we set default, it is coming like that. Otherwise, no. Only 3000 is available. Please go on mute. So this user can create the transactions only with the 3000. This user doesn't have access to 1000, 2000. For 1000, 2000, this user got access to see the existing transactions, not to create new transactions. Now only 3000 is available for this user. Okay. Here any just account.
Hello, sir.
Select and
Sir?
create.
Sir, hello, sir.
Please.
I think in EBS we are handling this through security role, and security role post creation of security role are assigned to the responsibility, right?
Yeah, same. Here we are assigning to role. In EBS we do assign the same to responsibility. That's all.
Responsibility, yeah.
Only that is the difference. Okay. EBS also we have this functionality as it is. What is the difference you can find between EBS and Fusion? As you could see here. Now, do you find any difference? Somebody is saying about this, right? Do you find any difference?
I think here role based. I think on role we have
That's
attached
what we
that one,
discussed
but they are
already.
responsible.
Here role based, we are assigned to role. In EBS, we are assigned to responsibility. So any other difference you can find?
No, sir.
In EBS, we can implement this data access set for balance and segment values as well as management segment values also. But in the Fusion, only for balance and segment values, only company values. So management segment values not possible. In EBS, you can qualify one segment as a management segment. That segment level also you can implement this data access set. But in the Fusion, that is not available as of now. So it is applicable only for balance and segment values. So this is the note.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. So that's all about data access set functionality. Okay. So data access set. So we'll proceed with this cross validation rule, secure rule, how these are different from data access set, how these two are different. And ledger set, how to group the multiple ledgers, how to report our ledger currency related transaction, the different currencies, secondary ledger, auto reversal, posting, budget, exit, approvals. We'll just move on all these topics one by one. We'll connect tomorrow same time and we'll proceed from here.